Hi guys, this is Ella from Gem in the Eye Tarot channel, and I'm finally back to do a reading for each of you horoscope signs for July 2023. Kathy Roy, first of all, I want to thank you for the message that you left me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't answer because I was pretty busy the last few weeks, let's put it this way, maybe 6 7 weeks. I mentioned that I started to put my garden up, and we've been working in the garden. Hopefully something is gonna be done over there too. And now let's do the reading for Aries for 2023 July. I wanna use my new deck that I got, Moonology Oracle cards. I only did it for uh, my family here, like, well, just to try them on. I really like them. I'm not used to them just yet. I still have to look in the book for the meanings and stuff like that. But it's a pretty good deck of cards. If anybody is interested to get it, it's really good, like, honest. Now let's start with this. Let me just put something here. Okay, I need my reading glasses because these ones are just for distance. They are a bit foggy. Now I can see you better. Now let's start with this for Aries. I'm gonna try to do an in-depth, let's put it this way, reading with this set of cards. And then if we need some clarifications, I'm going to do it with the other kind of cards that I have here. Aries, please, for July. As this is a general reading, guys, take what resonates and leave the rest. This could be for your moon, for your rising, or for your sun. Aries. Bear with me. This is going to be an interesting reading. I'm going to lower the camera in a minute so I can show you what I have here, or maybe I'll lift them up for you so you can see. You know what? I love these cards. And with that, I'm done with this deck. I'm going to put it aside here. This is a little different than what I did up until now, but let's see. I'm going to grab my book because, as I mentioned, I do not know all the meanings for it. The first card that we have here is the present. And the present says in here, it's time for you, Aries, to take action when the new moon is in Aries. Right now, astrologically, we are in the North Node of Aries. Like, North Node is in Aries. So it's all about you, my dears. When the new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. Let's just see what's the meaning of it, okay? Sorry, guys, here. The card that we have here says like this. The flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons and you are on the right track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there is something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you are on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you are asking about. The caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. How to get attuned to this moon? Don't even think about giving up. That's what this card says. This card has additional meanings. To do your best and be happy with that. Or avoid being brash right now. And you do need a 12-month plan. So maybe the next new moon in Aries, it takes a while. Or for the females that are looking for a male, it says a new male is coming into your life. And this card comes with a teaching. And the teaching says like this. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So the new moon in Aries is the first of the 12th or 13th new moons of the year. If you are committed to working with all the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. And drawing this card, no matter when you do it, signifies it's also the ideal time to start your moon work, such as getting intentions. I didn't know that's what it's gonna say in here, but with the new moons, we always have to set intentions in place, okay? And that is, if you have a dream, you have a goal, and you want to do it in 2 months, let's say. Set your intention always at a new moon. The second card that we've got in here, it's the challenge, okay? And it says like this, balance spirituality and practicality. And that is the full moon in Pisces. That's when you have to do it. Let's figure it out where the full moon in Pisces in this book is. And you need to listen to what this book, the meaning of it for you is at this moment. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. As I mentioned here, the first one, it's time for action, right? And the second one is balance spirituality and practicality. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you are in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. How you can attune yourself to the moon with this one, meditate every day and see what comes to you, because answers will come. Remember, if you listen to my readings before, I told you, when you have something, just ask for signs from the universe. And meditation is one of them. You meditate and you ask them for answers. Additional meanings for this card. You are in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Some of you, not all of you, okay? Follow your intuition. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you are inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse, like anything from, like, I don't know, cigarettes, like I smoke too, so I'm not judging here, or anything that you might drink, or, for recreational reasons, you might smoke something. So try to avoid those substances in way too much manner, okay? Abuse. The teaching of this card says like this: Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, so the full moon in Pisces symbolically marks endings. When the moon is full in Pisces, or whenever you pull this card, it's a time to dive deep into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the numinous Piscean energies that have no borders. So feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces, and soulmates now connect. So if you asked about your soulmate, don't forget what this card says. That is your soulmate. It's also time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears. So that was your present, my dears, okay? The challenge, I'm sorry. Let's see in the past. We have here, have faith in your dreams. And this is a waxing crescent moon, okay? Let's see where this one is in my book. I think it's in the beginning somewhere, if I remember. Waxing crescent. Yeah, it's here. Don't give up, says this card. The situation you are asking about is still taking shape, my dear. You are nowhere near the end of the story, okay? Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So take, this with a grain of salt. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. Like take action, okay? You had a dream, but you didn't put it in action. That was in the past, okay? Now you need to do this. If you can take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you are asking about, and allow your higher self to download information to you about your next step. Exactly what they ask you to do here. Okay? Meditate and ask for answers, for signs. Overall, this card suggests that there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you are asking about. So keep the faith, my dear. Attuned to the moon, I am focused on what I want. Additional meanings that this card might have: just because you can see your dreams, it doesn't mean they are not manifesting. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forwards. Be patient as events unfold. Dig a little deeper to find more courage. The teaching of this card says that the waxing crescent moon is the second moon phase in the 8 moon phases, but even if it's not the time of the waxing crescent moon, when you pull this card, it still suggests you need to really pursue your dreams. Like this first card said here that it's in the present. It's time to take action. So that was in the past, now it's now. It's time to put your foot down hard as you chase your goals. So it's time for action, my dears, okay? Now let's see the next card, which is your recent past. A new romantic cycle begins when the new moon is in Libra. So let's go back at the new moon cards and figure it out figure out what they want to say. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you are asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there is a restart for you or for someone else. A new relationship could be the beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are that it will be a healthy and well balanced connection. And as this card here says, that person is your soulmate, my dear. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business, if this is about business, or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you are addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. How to attune to the moon? Reach out to someone and let them know that you care, my dear Aries. A different meaning for this card could be feel more in your heart and think less. Marriage or engagements is in the cards, my dears. A legal matter will go your way. Or pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. The teaching that this card offers says like this: Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiating and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there is a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. So balance, guys. Find the balance with this card. Now let's figure it out and see what you have on your outcome if nothing else changes. So we have this card. And this card says you and your loved ones are safe. And that is the new moon in Cancer. And the new moon in Cancer says like this. Hold on. Gemini, Cancer. There is a new start coming in your private life, my dear Aries. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you are hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. So there you go, take action. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire, maybe even your soulmate, my dears. How to attune to the moon with this card? Make sure you put family first. So, if you don't have a family, maybe your relationship with this wonderful person. It might mean for this card that you should let someone get a bit closer to you. Don't keep them at, safe distance. Because a new cycle is starting for you, for your child or children's. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed in the meantime? Meditation, again, meditation, like this card says few times. Meditation will help you ban your insecurities. They will make them go away. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. The teachings of this card, it says like this: the new moon in Cancer can be a super emotional time. The moon is all about emotions, and Cancer is a water sign and also very emotional. Saying that, the moon is very happy in the sign of Cancer. It's one of her two home signs along with Taurus, so whenever you pull it, this card suggests that whatever happens next will be in your favor, dear Aries. It's especially positive for family matters. So now let's see what's going to happen with your path for the future. It's this one. And this one says, a time to give rather than take. Okay? And that is the new moon in Virgo. And this is this summer, so pay attention to it. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make the restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add this into your routines now. However you've been feeling, if a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you are over analyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and think more about what you can do for others. How to attune to this moon? It says that you should recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Let's say, like my example, I'm an Aries rising. I don't like to go to sleep at normal hours. Like last night, for example, I went to sleep around 12. One of my puppies were crying. I woke up and I couldn't fall back asleep till 5 a.m. And that was just fine for me. So maybe go to bed at normal times without eating anything 3 hours before going to bed, and then wake up in normal time, like early in the morning, so you can finish your things during the day. What else? Sorry, guys, yeah. Some additional meanings for this card, that gradual improvements are coming towards you. Pay attention to detail if you want success without being pedantic. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you are asking about is reliable. If it is your soulmate, as it came up in the other cards, it's definitely reliable. Your entire relationship is going to be wonderful. Just listen to your heart. Like the other card says, think a bit less and follow your heart. The teaching of this card, my dear Aries, says like this: Virgo is the sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order. So that's what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon and whenever else you pull this card. So that was the outcome if nothing else changes, my dear. No, actually the path to the future. Sorry, guys. Now let's figure it out what this one says about you. Like this is a bit more about you. Surrender to the divine without even reading in the card, guys, what that's supposed to mean to you. What are these words saying to you? To me, it says that you should listen to the messages that you are receiving from your guides. And if you have something in mind that you want to do, ask God to take this and place it where it's supposed to be. That's surrender to the divine, to me. Now let's see what the book says. Okay? So that is the full moon. Let's see where the full moon is in here. Okay. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions right now and see what they are telling you. What did I say? Listen to your feelings. Listen to your heart. They are very likely close to the surface, no matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. When we are done with this, no, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's take my situation, because this is my personal experience. For the past year, I went through hell and back with all this move. Yes, it was a wonderful time for us to move here. We expected so much to have done within months. And here I am, not even moved yet from where I wanted to be. I could be closer to my dreams, and all kinds of emotional outbursts that brought my high blood pressure to the roof was like regularly in my life for the past year. So with this card in here that it says here, to keep cool as events unfold, honest to God, it's been hard for me to keep cool with all these ups and downs and craziness around my life, around me. My husband's health, my health, dealing with my handicapped sister and handicapped 91-year-old mother-in-law. It's been, I told you, like hell and back for me. I don't know if you are in the same situation, but whatever you are dealing with, try to keep your cool. That's what I'm trying to say. How to attune to this moon, okay, the full moon here, any full moon. I am getting the answers I need. And with this, my dears, pretty soon, the 5th, I think, the 5th of July, it's a full moon. You are going to get your answers that you need. Pay attention. Other meanings for this card are a wish you made may be about to come true. Thanks God. Honest to God, I really need that wish to come true. And I bet you do too. It's make or break time. And honest to God, after it's going to happen for me, I'm going to tell you if it was make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm as much as you can. What I did the other day with my hubby, which is good for your body and your mental health, I went just outside of where we live right now. We have a playing field, with grass and stuff. I took off my socks. I didn't care who looked at me. And my husband did the same thing. And we walked to the grass, like in the grass. And we stayed there, and I felt the bottom of my soles. They were so hot, and outside was cool. And then I moved spots until I felt no more hot coming out of my feet. That meant to me that Mother Earth took everything that was negative from me and that drove me bananas for the past months and dealt with it her own way. Okay? You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. Yeah, that's easier said than done. And I'm there with you guys. And when I cannot forgive someone, when I pray at night, I'm asking God to help me forgive them. And then I put these people at God's feet, because yeah, I'm not that big to forgive yet. And I admit that, because what's been going on the past few months for me, it was stressful. It got me crazy and got me sick, and I just don't want to be around that person no more. Another meaning is time to let go of the past and move on. Yeah, we could do that. And with the first card in here, it says that it's time to take action. If we can let go of the past and move on, yes, we are going to, take action. The teaching of this card says like this: the full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle. It goes like this, making this card something of a power card. It's wonderful if we can do this. The full moon is often the time when answers are given to the questions asked during the new moon. And pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests answers will be coming your way before too long. Thanks God. So that was the full moon. Now, the next card is more about the situation you guys are dealing with. You are very close to achieving your goal. Oh God, thanks God. Gibbous moon. So let's figure it out. What's with this? I just saw it as I was looking for them in here. I love this deck of cards. It's so detailed. I know it's not my intuition, but when I pull this card, it is what you guys need at this moment. Maybe for the mid-month, I will do a reading, like a regular reading like I used to do before, okay? So now, let's see. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you are asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you are being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want. Though you are certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. So whatever you had in mind when you decide to listen to my video, just remember that you are on the right track. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. No crap, huh? So don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. Patience, patience. Count to 10 before you answer, before you react. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there is a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. And honest to God, I just feel like I want everything to just go kaboom and fall the pieces where may want. How to attune to this moon is, I know that I'm on the right track. So there you go. That's another positive reinforcement that you guys are on the right track at this moment with whatever you are trying to do. We'll figure it out and see, probably if I have enough time in here, what some of you are dealing with. Some other meanings for this card could be, now is a good time to review your plans. Maybe they need adjustment. Keep your momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused, stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. Like the first card says in the present, it's time for action, right? You need to get back into good health habits as much as we can, yes. Sleep at the right time, eat what you are supposed to, don't smoke as much as I do, don't drink too much, don't do anything, recreational for too much, so you are all day in cloud nine. Things like this. The teaching. The gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging, like huge, like this, right? Because she's almost a full moon. So she's nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. So finally, things are moving your way. Now let's figure it out what's going to happen uh, for your hopes and fears, my dears. And that is a time for healing. And this is a balsamic moon. Let's figure it out what this balsamic moon says. And by the way, with whatever you guys are putting in your mouth, it's not just drinking, smoking, and stuff like that. It could be sugar. Like I'm a nut for sugar, for sweets. It's no day that goes by that I want a donut or a chocolate or something like that. So pay attention to that and cut down a little. I'm trying, but I don't know if I can. A time for healing is your hope and fear. The balsamic moon card says that pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. Thanks God. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. How to heal this? If we cannot do it ourselves, always ask whoever you are praying to, the universe, God, to help you heal the situation. I used to do a visual imagination, let's put it this way, when I had problems. I close my eyes and I imagine myself in my favorite spot. Let's say for me, it was a mini waterfall in my town in Canada. And I used to stay there many times to meditate and just relax and hear that water. So now, because I'm far away from that place, I can close my eyes and I imagine that. And when I have a problem, and that reminds me, I didn't do it lately, and I'm going to do it after we are done. I imagine that problem going to the sky, towards the blue sky, in a dark manner, like in a dark pouch, like this pouch, okay? And or a dark balloon. And as soon as it got, farther and farther and farther, I imagined that balloon popping, and all that black smoke, let's say, or clouds, it it just gets loose in that blue sky that's above. And all that came back to me, it was like a nice white balloon. That's how I try to heal things and solve some problems, with the help of the universe. Where are we? Yeah. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Surrender, like I told you. Leave your problems to the universe. Take them up with that balloon. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, which I do, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so you are ready when the time comes to either move or to move on with your dreams. That I said, not the book. Attuned to the moon is when one is healed, all are healed. It's time for us to do that. Another meaning for this card, for the balsamic moon, is it's time to let go of the past, which I always say the past is in the past and forget about it. And it's no reason, it's no wonder why it's in the past. Okay, we don't need it. You are about to turn the corner, so you are just there, or you need more time to heal. Maybe with what I told you right now, it makes it easier for you to heal. Think about how this situation would look if everyone were healed. Yeah, I can see it. The teaching of this card, it says, patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. It's a time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is just around the corner. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, it's a reminder to go a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time you need. And the last card that we have in here is the final outcome of this. It's your dreams need a practical plan. Oops. And this is a full moon in Taurus. Let's figure it out, what the card is saying. Before I start reading from this, yes, your dreams need a practical plan. Translating into my dreams, let's say, yes, I do know exactly which steps I need to take. So that is a practical plan to take, to do, to have. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. And sometimes you need to find a combination of the two of them. This card suggests that this is where you are right now. Sorry, guys. You need to use the law of attraction to draw in what you want. by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. So we can't just wait in there and pray to God, oh God, please help me, help me, help me, if we are just sleeping all the time and we are not taking any action. That's what I understand in here. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's what I just said. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. I used to have a board, like a whiteboard, and I used to write on it like every single step I needed to resolve. And every time it was done, I used to make a green check mark. If you are asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortune. Pay attention. Depending on both your past actions and what you are expecting and therefore attracting. Yeah. Attune to the moon. Write down 10 things, 10 of them, that you know are wonderful about you. Just look in the mirror, think about yourself, and make sure you reassure yourself that you are a wonderful person. Write them down and read them daily. That's what I suggest. Different meanings of this card or additional meanings could be that laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Yeah, I can see myself in that sometimes. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. That's what I always told my kids. You know, I have 3 wonderful children, and I always taught them, and I always told them, they asked me, what should I be when I grow up? I said, Mom, it doesn't really matter what you want to be when you grow up. It's not so you can please me or your dad. It's something that you should do with passion, something that you love. So that is what you should do. If you chase a dream of yours, money will come. If you do it with passion, money will come. So don't try to chase money, because money might be there now, but your feeling inside, it's not the right feeling. So that's what that thing, that phrase, it it says. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. This might not be about you, but if you have anything like this, which I doubt you do, then try to get rid of it. If it is about a different person, that they are jealous or envious of you, do what I do in the morning. Try to put a globe over yourself, like imaginary globe, a white light, and on the outside of that globe, put yourself mirrors all around you. And those envious and jealous people of you, during the day, they will not be able to get to you. Whatever they will project towards you, it will project right back to them. More exercise is called for. Yeah, when I work in my garden, I feel like $1,000,000. Nothing else matters to me at that moment. Now let's go to the teachings of this card. The full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded, my dear. As I mentioned before, okay? Put your feet on the grass. To work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Trust me, if you would go outside right now, if it's possible, if you are on this hemisphere where it's summery, if you go outside at this moment and you feel your soles hot when there is cold on the bottom, then do it until the sole of your feet are cold, like comfortably. And that means that all your negativity and everything that you gathered inside yourself, it's in the ground, and you are grounded at that moment, okay? Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow, no matter when you draw it. With this, I can relate. Like me in my situation here, and maybe some of you will find themselves yourselves into these too. I used to spend on everything and anything that I wish for. Like I wanted to buy some plants for this garden, or I wanted to do this, or I wanted to, do something in the house. I didn't even look at the money. Maybe it's time, for your dream to come into action, for you guys to find a balance sheet. Like write down what you are spending and keep track of it so you don't overspend. And then your dreams are gone. Now with this, I'm done with this kind of reading. I'm going to grab a couple of cards for you from the angels, from different decks. And let's see what these are saying to you. Okay. If you enjoy this reading and you are not subscribed, please press that button and subscribe yourself so you can help my channel grow. And comment, like, share. I appreciate every single one of your comments, and I will definitely try to answer to all of you. And I do that personally. I'm not asking anybody to answer it. Nobody's managing my channel, just me. Ooh, okay. I've got 3 of them, okay? For this deck of cards. Okay, so for the first one that I pulled out, it says, work your magic, my dear. What's that supposed to mean to you? Feel it. Feel your dreams come true. So work your magic. Ask for signs, ask for details from the universe. Now, if some of you are really itching your nose, this might be for you. The second one, it says in here that positive thoughts are creating positive results. And there is a prayer with this card. Can you hear this bird? It's night in here. I just love these birds. I don't know what it is, I think, but it's really loud. Love and divine wisdom. I am calling you now. I know that my mind and my emotions are forever and uninterrupted tied to you. I am asking my higher self to realize that love and light that is in every person and in every situation, to finally to realize that it's in all of us. Sorry, it's a translation from a different language, so I'm trying my best. Now let's see what the other 3 cards that fell are. One is meditation. With meditation comes manifestation in divine timing. As the other cards in here that I, with the moon, from the moonology, okay, the oracle cards, says that it's time for healing, it's time for action, it's time, to achieve your goal. Your goal is very close. That's divine timing. So there is the reading for you, my dears, Aries, for today. And I'll promise I'll come back with another reading soon. I will try to have some of the guidance dailies. As soon as we are finishing, I'm going to work on those. I am going to try to have them weekly, and definitely mid-month I will do some for you. And as I promised before, my subscribers that stayed with me, and I want to thank them very much, I will bring you new stuff soon. I'm in a astrology course to try to get my certificate or diploma with it. I know lots about it, but I want to be able to do it officially. Let's put it this way. I do not want people wonder, oh, how does she know that? Yeah, astrology is something that you learn and it's something that you feel. And I'm doing it now officially. I will bring that to you in the near future. I will also bring the runes and coffee drinking, coffee reading time. I still have to figure it out which days I'm going to do, because I can't do them all at once. I'll probably have Monday something, Tuesday something, and then the readings and so on and so forth. Because I have personal readings which are booked for me. We are in June right now. I'm booked pretty much to the end of July. unless I have, you know, I will take from my personal time. I'm pretty much booked till the end of July. So now the lucky numbers, as we usually do, for you, my lovely Aries, and see what you guys have. Oh, I have got to grab another one because I have a double. We have number 1 and number 2. I know that you see them backwards, guys, because I'm filming with my cell phone. So number 1 and number 2. We have number 5 and number 10. Okay. We also have a double 11. Pay attention to 11. It could be the 11th of July that something happens to you, or the 22nd of July. Maybe that's the time for you to get your dreams into action, okay? Make sure that you are wearing, before I forget, this month, red and orange. When you go play these numbers, or when you have something very important to do. And the last one in here is 12. As I mentioned to you, this is your reading for July, like an overall reading, and I will be coming back with weekly and mid-month. Love and light, my dear Aries, and I'm so happy to be back with you. Take care. Ciao.